Now on Good Morning Northwest, the power of community and a legacy of service. How Coeur d'Alene honored one firefighter killed in the line of duty and is preparing to celebrate the life of another today.
And there is a smoky smell in the air this morning. I'm tracking air quality and hot weather as we plan out the weekend.
And a growing wildfire near Davenport forces evacuations. How much the Western Pines fire has now grown. We're taking a look at the evacuation zones and shelter information coming up. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nancy. It is Friday, July 11th. Let's get you over right away to meteorologist Matt Gray with our first alert forecast.
And we are, even in our studio here right now, feeling a bit of a smoky smell in the air. And we are seeing some lowered air quality right now locally in the Spokane area. So Airway Heights, parts of Central and East Spokane, seeing moderate air quality. It's definitely feels a lot, smells a lot worse than perhaps the air quality would indicate. But remember, air quality readings talk about the tiny particles, not necessarily the ones that are bigger and produce those nasty smoky smells. So we did see moderate air quality earlier in Colville. So based on our winds coming out of the north, this likely means that we are seeing this kind of batch of smoke from yesterday slowly tracking south across our area. 59 degrees right now, nice and cool compared to the last several days to start off our morning. We'll continue on with the hazy conditions, very light winds as we go throughout the first part of the day. Temperatures will hit the middle and upper 70s as we get towards or get closer to lunchtime. Highs today will be in the upper 80s, so right around 90 degrees. It will be even hotter this weekend. Your weekend forecast and how to plan for it coming up.
Matt, thanks. Coeur d'Alene prepares for another emotional day today as the community will celebrate the life of another fallen firefighter. Yesterday, the focus was on Battalion Chief John Morrison's life.
And Morrison was killed in the Canfield Mountain ambush, where a man intentionally set a fire to lure in first responders June 29th. Frank Harwood of Kootenai Fire and Rescue was also killed during the attack. And Coeur d'Alene fire engineer Dave Tisdall was critically injured. While John Morrison's celebration of life was closed to the public yesterday, the community came out to show support during the procession that left the English Funeral Home and traveled to where the memorial ceremony was being held. Mary Sheridan was in Coeur d'Alene for that procession.
The word that I heard the most when people described John Morrison today was legacy. The battalion chief valued tradition and loved to tell other people's stories. So it was fitting that today his friends took the time to tell his story.
He was my brother, and I'll remember him the rest of my life.
Those who attended John Morrison's celebration of life said it was a ceremony he would have appreciated.
A lot of laughter and tears, but John would have wanted us to laugh. John would have wanted us to tell jokes.
The battalion chief cared deeply about the people close to him.
First and foremost, he loved his family. That rings true throughout. Jill and Joe were everything to him, and every action that he took, every word he said was Joe and Jill.
But his legacy touched those far and wide in the community. His colleague, Gabe Eckert, attempted to put it into words just minutes after his memorial.
He wasn't just a person, he was a figure, and he was a figurehead of this department.
To Eckert, Morrison was more than a coworker.
He was a dedicated battalion chief for over 20 years. He served the city with pride, and he was dedicated to this community.
And today, that community had the chance to say one final goodbye to a man whose final moments were dedicated to protecting them. The first step of many in a long road to closure.
We've got a lot of healing to do. And we've got to do some rebuilding.
Eckert shared that Morrison's replacement has been chosen, and while he could not share who it is at this time, he says he's confident that the new battalion chief will carry out Morrison's inspiring legacy. Reporting in Coeur d'Alene, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
And firefighters from across the inland Northwest are covering for our local crews during the services to make sure that they have a chance to say goodbye.
We had departments from across the state, from Idaho Falls to Caldwell, Idaho, clear up north, all rallied, and we're going to be providing backfill for all 3 departments for the 2 days of the memorial, so that those departments can grieve and pay tribute to the fallen firefighters that they've lost.
About 70 firefighters in total in Coeur d'Alene from 16 different fire departments.
And today, another procession will honor the other fallen battalion chief, Frank Harwood. That procession route, which is here on your screen, will follow the same path Morrison's took yesterday. Harwood was a battalion chief with Kootenai County Fire and Rescue, described as a man who was calm during chaos and loved serving others. He was a decorated veteran serving in the Army National Guard. He was also a beloved husband and father to 2 young daughters. We will stream that procession on KXLY.com. You can also watch it on our streaming app, KXLY Plus.
And if you'd like to support the families of these fallen firefighters, there are still ways to help. First, you can donate directly to the families impacted. Donations can also be made at the First Interstate Bank. The Red and Blue Foundation is also accepting donations, and you can find a full list of credible ways to donate. It's up right now on KXLY.com. Well, today marks a week since the devastating floods began in Texas. Rescue and recovery crews are still searching for the more than 160 missing people.
And today, President Trump will visit the region to meet with first responders and the families of the victims. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington, D.C. with details.
Good morning. Today, President Trump heads to Texas for a tour of some of the areas hardest hit by recent floods. It comes as questions grow about the timeliness of the emergency alerts across Texas. This morning, the desperate search continues across central Texas. Thousands of people are in search and recovery mode using drones and cadaver dogs. But this morning, the number of people still missing remains high, more than 160 people. Authorities now promising a review of the entire emergency response. Local officials have come under fire for their response to the flooding and whether they could have done more to warn people. President Trump will get a first-hand look at the devastation today and meet with first responders as well as victims' families. Amid the disaster, the president has remained relatively quiet about the future of FEMA. Just weeks ago, he said he wanted to begin phasing out the Federal Emergency Management Agency and bring it down to the state level. Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem said this week that FEMA should be eliminated in its current form and has criticized the agency for, quote, gross mismanagement through the years. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Our time is now 6:07.
Checking back in with meteorologist Matt Gray, waking up to a smoky morning out there.
Yeah, it is a little smoky here, and we've been watching, saying, hey, this smoke's likely for the Hope Fire. We'll take a look. This is a mountaintop near Colville. That's the fire over on the north end, and then because this is a panel, we can see all the way south down 395, and you could just follow that smoke all the way down to where it is blowing, likely into parts of Spokane here this morning. We'll talk more about air quality and some hot temperatures for the weekend coming up.
Horses, hats, and rodeo hype. I'm live in Cheney, coming up next.
And dramatic scenes in Ventura County, California. Masked federal agents use crowd control measures during an immigration raid. Protesters fighting back. The details right after this break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Sports on 4 News Now is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Crafted here, built to last. Solid American craftsmanship, made for your home, made for life. Now for a limited time, save 30% on all American-made furniture, only at the Tin Roof.
We owe everything to our troops, past and present, for their honor, courage, and dedication. As a token of our appreciation, 4 News Now and Global Credit Union encourage you once again to wear red on Fridays.
Join us in recognizing our troops and their families for allowing us the freedom we enjoy every day as Americans. Stop into any Global branch to pick up a red pin and show your support.
And then wear red every Friday from now until September 11.
Wear Red Fridays, brought to you by 4 News Now and Global Credit Union.
Life is an opportunity to grow, to feel, to excel. Life moves at its own pace, daring you to keep up. Life pushes you to be better, to go farther. Life has you here. We're just here to help.
Lemonade, 50 cents. Time in the sun? 4 hours. Profit? $4.75. Why not make your money work as hard as you do? Get 3.5% APY with an Ascend checking account and let your hustle earn dividends. Visit p1fcu.org/earn to learn more.
Put some pep into it. This lemonade isn't gonna sell itself.
Crafted here, built to last. Solid American craftsmanship, made for your home, made for life. Now for a limited time, save 30% on all American-made furniture, only at the Tin Roof.
Your time is 6:11. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Tense confrontations in Southern California as protesters attacked federal vehicles during immigration raids.
In one case, masked agents showed up at a cannabis farm in Ventura County, which is north of LA. Masked agents seen lining men up against a wall and federal agents setting off smoke canisters to disperse the crowds. Another immigration raid unfolding in nearby Santa Barbara County at a second farm owned by the same company. Responding to the raids, California Governor Gavin Newsom called them inhumane.
The Department of Health and Human Services is cutting undocumented immigrants' access to several health care programs. The move could potentially impact tens of millions of people a year. Undocumented immigrants will no longer have access to Head Start or the Community Health Center program. Federal law still requires hospitals to treat any patient suffering a medical emergency regardless of immigration status.
10-second takeaway today in your forecast. Smoky conditions. We're seeing that definitely this morning. We're smelling that even here in the studio. Turning hot this weekend. Be ready for more 90s and to find a place to stay cool.
In news for your health this morning, health officials issued a public advisory for portions of Hayden Lake since water testing revealed harmful algae blooms. The advisory for the upper end of Hayden Lake near Sportsman's Park after a recent sampling of the water confirmed the presence of cyanobacteria. According to the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, if you were to drink water with this bacteria in it, you could experience symptoms like rashes, vomiting, coughing, and wheezing. If you do come into contact with these algae blooms, you should wash it off immediately with fresh water. Yeah, none of that sounds like fun.
And not good for your pets either, so
yes,
careful.
Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:12.
Well, hold your horses. The Cheney Rodeo starts today and the arena is about to be buzzing with excitement. Hannah Joy is at the rodeo grounds getting us ready for all the action there this weekend. We have a preview right after the break.
Wildfire season is here. Protect what matters most with meteorologist Chris Crocker.
We track the winds, the humidity, the lightning, because even the smallest change can lead to disaster.
The First Alert Weather Team, only on 4 News Now.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. Go to Lake Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been North Idaho's premier flooring shop for over 30 years. From remodels to new construction, they've got your home or business covered from wall to wall. Their expert design team will work with you to find the perfect floor for your lifestyle and budget. They've got the lowest prices. From carpet and area rugs to hardwood, LVP and laminate, if you can dream it, they can floor it. Dream it, design it, live it at Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls.
Most chronic back problems are caused by compression from the disc becoming thinner and thinner and thinner as we get older. All we have to do is put the patient on the table and decompress them by slowly and easily bringing water, nutrients, and oxygen back into the disc so it heals itself stronger than it was before. These treatments are so gentle, patients usually fall asleep. They don't have to go through the shots, the surgeries, all the physical therapy, or painful invasive procedures or drugs. They fall asleep, they wake up, and they feel better. That's what this is all about. The absolute best thing is pick up the phone, and call us today for a free consultation. If you have an MRI scan, we can look at it and tell if we can help you or not. We'll get you in right away. So if you're looking at any kind of serious procedure, you may be able to avoid that.
Disc Centers of America, a call to us can change your life.
First, they dip into science. Then, they dip into yum. Everyone will love the combination of crunchy sticks and creamy Nutella. Nutella and go. Dip into yum.
Keystone RV is fighting for your business by giving Bobby Combs RV in Coeur d'Alene approved discounts on all Hideout and Passport models in stock. Save thousands of dollars on several great floor plans like this Hideout or this Passport model. After approved Keystone discount, only $33,990. Best deal of all, this Passport model was $45,662, now only $27,990. Deals end July 31st, so don't wait. Bobby Combs RV Center in Coeur d'Alene. Great selection, low prices, and friendly service.
Idaho's crown jewel ranked #1. A quick drive to Playtime Paradise. Tee off in style, then keep the fun going at the casino. Secure your tee time online at cdacasino.com/golf. Circling Raven Golf Club at Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
4 News Now is brought to you by Jacobs Custom Living.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:16. It's time to saddle up because the Cheney Rodeo kicks off today, and the energy is already riding high.
Yeah, we are talking bull rides, barrel races, and boots on the ground for a full weekend of rodeo fun. Let's send you on out to Hannah Joy. They are gearing up for an exciting weekend in Cheney.
Hey, Robin. So the stadium is not really full just yet, but I can tell you this. I have seen everything from bulls, horses, you name it, I've seen it just right here. And so I am here with someone that is helping keep the energy alive all today. So this is Vegas. She's just waking up. And this is Miss Cheney Rodeo 2025. So what does this event mean to the community and you especially?
This is a huge event for the community. So Cheney is a college town, right? We get a lot of people. Come on, Vegas. We get a lot of people who this might be their first rodeo, and community engagement here is huge. It is just a fun time, and anybody can come. It's family friendly. Everybody has a great time. All the events are just, it is that energy that I think most people are looking for in the community.
So what are you looking forward to on tonight?
So tonight, my favorite part of anything when I do as a rodeo queen is getting to engage with the community. I do love riding my horse, and I love my favorite event. Well, she's a little ready to go now. She can feel the energy. My favorite event, I would say, is Saddle Broncs. It is the classic rodeo event, but my favorite part is definitely engaging with the community.
Gotcha. So people can come out tonight, 5:30. This is happening here at the Bymar Arena, and you can get your tickets. We have all those details on our website at KXLY.com. Reporting in Cheney, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
So it looks like tonight gates are at 5:30 as well as tomorrow, and then Sunday gates open at 2 p.m.
Okay.
So there's lots of opportunities to go out and check. I think tickets are $35 at the door.
$5 for kids, like 5 and under, I believe.
Love
okay.
it. So
Sorry, that horse is cracking me up.
Vegas is ready to go. Vegas.
Horses, they like to mess with you. You'll see.
They're silly.
You'll see. You go find out.
Oh my gosh. They'll be dealing with some smoke possibly.
It is going to smell a little smoky at times at the Cheney Rodeo, and whatever you're doing this weekend, it's going to be starting to get pretty hot as well by the end too. So hey, stay hydrated, friends. I was up at the attic for 2 hours yesterday, trying to get an AC plug going on in my upstairs, and boy, that was difficult. And it was only 83. Just imagine what it's going to be like this weekend. So we're keeping an eye on the smoke that's coming out of this Hope Fire. That's north. This is south. And this is the whole valley up through Chewelah, Addy, Colville, Kettle Falls. You can see that smoke just tracking to the south here as we've gone through the day. That's why we're seeing some moderate air quality this morning and that smoky smell around Spokane to start our day. Now, things are going to change as that smoke begins to lift a little bit later on this morning. Then we're going to be watching this Western Pines fire for the Spokane area out north of Davenport, as it is likely to become active again this afternoon. How much? We'll see. That's going to be kind of a day-to-day proposition. But any smoke that it produces is going to start drifting back over the Spokane area, similar to what we saw last night. And then some of that could be settling into the Spokane area along with Deer Park and potentially tracking north this time towards places like Newport, Diamond Lake, Loon Lake, etc. Here's what we've got for the afternoon. Hot, hazy conditions. Temperatures in the upper 80s to right about 90 degrees for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We'll see some 90s in the Columbia Basin, and we get even hotter as high pressure takes hold over the weekend. In fact, I'm expecting some upper 90s, even a few low 100s in the basin by Sunday. We cool off a little on Monday, and then look at this, a bigger system coming down out of BC. It will bring us a chance for some rain. But how much rain are we going to see? Well, depends. A lot of places that have seen a lot of rain over the last couple of weeks compared to the rest of the region, like in the North Idaho Panhandle, have a chance. The rest of us, however, may just end up with gusty winds. That's a bad thing. So a little bit of a mixed outlook, I guess, guys, when we talk about the weather for Tuesday. Chances for some good things, chances for some bad things, chances for some things in between. So that's going to be the day we're watching very, very closely. Just keep that in the back of your mind as we head closer to next week.
Okay. Mixed bag, but it's looking warm.
Yes, regardless.
Thanks.
It is now 6:21.
From Ferris High School to the Guinness World Records, meet the Spokane woman who is making headlines in competitive lumberjack sports. I'll tell you all about her coming up next in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Join us in celebrating Latah Creek Winery. Don't miss your chance to taste Elena's fabulous food, sip Mike and Natalie's gold-winning wines, and save with our special anniversary discounts.
Cheers.
Really painful feet. I had no idea what was going on. It's hard to put in words how gratifying it is to have that kind of pain gone.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Summer's heating up, but your home doesn't have to. During Mainstream's No Sweat Summer Sales event, it's easier than ever to upgrade your comfort with the best financing offer of the year. For a limited time, enjoy 6 months, no payments, no interest on new AC systems. Stay cool, save big, worry less. Call Mainstream today or visit mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this amazing offer. Cooler air is just a click or call away. Don't sweat it. Mainstream has you covered.
Always dry scoop before you run.
Listen to me. A hot dog diet got me shredded.
It's time we listen to science.
One A Day is formulated with key nutrients to support whole body health. One A Day.
Science that matters.
Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain Resort. Play 2 days in Idaho's largest indoor water park and enjoy one night in a beautiful condo for just $57 a person. Ride America's longest gondola for breathtaking scenic views or cruise the Northwest's #1 bike park. Create new family memories around the fire, an outdoor movie, or an evening stroll through the village. Just 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene on I-90. Elevate your summer at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
It's the Summer Splash Sale this week at Quality Spas at the North Division Y, where we take our popular Cal Spas made in the USA and mark them down as low as $7,995, with giant swim spas up to $3,000 off, and our super deep 6-foot swim spa up to $4,000 off, making it the perfect time to cool off or relax this summer with massive savings this week at Quality Spas in Spokane.
Life's just better in a spa.
Since 1982, it's been our family's commitment to delight wine lovers with affordable Washington State award-winning wines. Our father-daughter winemaking team deliver a unique experience with every bottle.
Cheers.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace. Graduating from Ferris High School and joining Timber Sports at Spokane Community College, Aaron Lavoie trains to crush world-level competition as a lumberjill, splitting and sawing logs in half for sport. The CrossFit gym owner trains by splitting her own harvested logs from Idaho, training her way to multiple Guinness World Records and breaking the underhand chop world record in the U.S. Women's Championship last winter. The 42-year-old, still at the top for a game, spoke to us about what it takes for her to still stay that competitive and rock solid, and how she sees her progression as an athlete after 20-plus years in the sport.
Took me a lot longer to chop through a block of wood than it does now. So I don't think I noticed it daily, but when I look back at things I used to accomplish or people that I used to seek out to beat, and now they're not even in the picture, that's where I see progress, and that's cool.
Erin competes in the U.S. Championships in Milwaukee starting July 25th. You can read more about her story in our interview on KXLY.com. The NBA Summer League now underway with a plethora of former Gonzaga players all in the action. Ryan Nembhard deserves his own special shout-out. The master facilitator did just that, dazzling with the Dallas Mavericks to beat the Los Angeles Lakers through a truly special 21.5 assist, 8 for 14 shooting performance. So good, #1 overall pick Cooper Flagg for Dallas said, quote, "Ryan's incredible." There's his brother Andrew celebrating too. This performance can be upped again when the Mavs play the San Antonio Spurs on Saturday at 1 p.m. Now that's going to wrap us up for morning sports. Check us out at 6 at Nightside right here on 4 News Now.
Andrew Timmy had a big day yesterday, too. It's now 6:25.
With dangerous fire conditions, Spokane police make a critical arrest. How they captured alleged arsonist Chad Horn before more damage could be done. That's next.
Plus, level 3 or go now evacuation orders in effect near Davenport right now. The Western Pines fire is burning more than 4,000 acres, forcing families from their homes. We have the latest fire updates just ahead. And as we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the urgent search for the killer of Sunshine Sonny Stewart.
Just shocking.
The 48-year-old carpenter went paddleboarding last week on Crawford Pond in rural Maine, but she never returned. Police ruling her death a homicide, a source telling ABC News they still have no suspects. Authorities not publicly releasing details of how Stewart died. A source saying her body was found under unusual circumstances.
Nobody knows anything. Nobody has a clue.
Now, those who knew and loved Stewart speaking out to GMA.
She was just a really honest, hardworking, beautiful inside and out, just a strong woman who brought joy wherever she went.
And coming up at 7 a.m., what one state representative is urging local residents to do. With your GMA First Look, I'm Matt Rivers, ABC News, New York.
Your mental health is better. But having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with
Ingrezza. #1 prescribed Ingrezza is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior or mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now's Get Outside Guide is brought to you by Click It RV.
We invite you to Mr. Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together. As the area's only non-smoking casino, we're proud to be the place that treats you right. Stay and play, enjoy live table games, your favorite gaming machines, and bet on your favorite players and sports with Caesars Sportsbook. Check out our event space for your next special gathering. We're located north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah. Plan your visit today at MrQuad.com.
Friskies World.
Come on, let's explore.
That's made with real salmon.
Look what I found. Little soups for cats.
There's the delicious taste of tuna we treasure.
Definitely coming back tomorrow.
Friskies, always more to explore.
And the princess never felt the pee as the summit made for a perfect night's sleep.
What was it like before Denver Mattress?
30 years ago, getting a mattress was pretty scary. Middlemen hawked spring-filled slabs, hardly fit for a dog, at prices like you wouldn't believe. And you'd barely sleep, what with bad foam and even worse support. But then Denver Mattress came to town. They promised a better night's sleep, and they delivered. And it still holds true to this day. Denver Mattress. After 30 years, still the easiest way to get the right mattress.
In over your head with the price of doing laundry these days? Arm & Hammer Deep Clean Liquid Detergent cleans 3 times more loads than premium tile detergent at the same price. Clean deep without spending deep.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now story tracker and some stories people are reading about online this morning. The convicted stowaway who snuck onto a Delta flight from New York City to Paris was sentenced to time served Thursday. Svetlana Dali has been in federal custody for the past 7 months. Last November, she got through a security checkpoint and boarded a flight without a ticket. After Thursday's sentencing, Dali remains in custody because of a separate charge in Connecticut for an alleged airport security breach. YouTube is shutting down its trending video page after 10 years. The platform says fewer people are using it now that there's more ways to find and search for videos. The trending page will be phased out over the next few weeks. YouTube says it will point users to category-specific charges and continue with its personalized recommendations. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance. And I'm Natalie Grant. Welcome to your Friday. It's July 11th.
Those look like fun little treats right there.
Yummy.
It looks good. And you're probably going to need something to keep yourself cool as we head into this weekend. Well, we're going to see hot temperatures and likely more of this, smoke. We're tracking air quality this morning. Newport, Airway Heights, Spokane, seeing moderate air quality. And not just that, not only are we seeing a little increase in the particles that can get down deep into your lungs, create some health impacts, but also just the bigger stuff, right? The stuff that smells really bad. And it smells like a campfire across Spokane and the greater region this morning. A lot of that coming from north of the Colville area or from around the Davenport area as well this morning. Upper 50s right now. You can see that smoke and haze on the horizon here. Here's your hourly forecast. Going to continue to be hazy throughout the morning. Smoke usually takes a little bit to kind of lift off the ground once we get into the afternoon, but we are a ways away from that. So still expect that campfire smell. If you're very sensitive to smoke, maybe you want to go ahead and hang out inside a little bit more today. 70 for 9 o'clock, 77 by 11, and we will be up into the upper 80s this afternoon, and it gets even hotter for the weekend with more areas of smoke. We're also keeping an eye on another wind event that could be on the way for next week. All that coming up in your extended forecast.
Matt, thanks. A judge determined the man arrested for 6 arsons in Spokane should be held on bond. Chad Horn made his first court appearance yesterday. He is accused of starting several fires early Tuesday morning, including a house fire on 3rd Avenue and Spokane Street that you see here. Police asked for the public's help finding Horn and say they used officers on bikes and even flew drones to locate Horn in Liberty Lake Wednesday night.
With, you know, the current weather conditions and as dangerous as it is and the fires that we've had over the past couple of days, I mean, clearly it was a public safety concern at that point. So they devoted a large amount of resource.
Horn is being held on a $500,000 bond because the judge is worried about his mental capacity and the danger that he could pose if he is released from jail, as he has a history of starting fires. And so far, we've seen several fires sparked around the inland Northwest already this fire season. We are tracking one burning near Davenport known as the Western Pines Fire. As of our last update, the fire is burning about 4,100 acres or about 6.5 square miles. Level 3 evacuation orders, meaning go now, are in effect for Green Canyon, Mill Canyon, Harker Canyon, Far Road, and Angel Spring Road. Level 2 evacuation orders are in place for the surrounding areas. The Red Cross opened an evacuation shelter for displaced people. If you're going to one of those shelters, they ask that you bring your prescription medications, any clothing, blankets, and hygiene supplies if you had time to get them together. In News for Your Health this morning, we know exercise is important to staying healthy, but new research shows it may be even more important than we thought to lower your risk of dying early. Scientists in Australia analyzed 85 studies that looked at 7 million people worldwide. They found regular exercise that increases heart and breathing rates may reduce a person's risk of death, or early death rather, by 40%. The World Health Organization says people should do moderate to intense aerobic physical activity for at least 150 to 300 minutes a week. 75 to 100 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic exercise is another way to get those benefits. Researchers say regular exercise can help combat heart disease, which is the #1 killer of people in the world. And throughout the month of July, if you're looking for a way to get that exercise in, the Spokane Public Library is holding a Get Active series for people of all ages. These fitness classes are free and offered Wednesdays through Sundays. Some of the options include chair yoga, jazz and hip hop classes, dance and cheer for teens, and authentic Indian yoga. For a full list of classes and times, head to KXLY.com. Well, a life or death moment was caught on police body camera in New Jersey.
Take a look. You can see police detective Mark Kukoda responding to a call Monday, finding 1-year-old Joseph lifeless in his father's arms, unable to breathe. Whatever was stuck in his tiny throat wasn't budging. Officer Jonathan Torres arrives and takes over, striking Joseph's back.
In the moment, you don't really think about it. You just fall back on your training and do what you have to do. Flip the child over and start to do back blows until another officer is available.
Well, finally, the efforts paid off. The obstruction coming loose. Now Joseph is back in his father's grateful arms. The local police chief says that responding officers are true heroes. Those officers say they're just happy Joseph is okay.
Oh, talk about a terrifying moment for any parent there.
Yes.
Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:36.
All right, let's get back on over to meteorologist Matt Gray taking a look at what we got going on.
Yeah, and we saw more smoke in our skies yesterday from that fire that's burning north of Davenport. You can see all the dusty clouds here, the dusty smoke from our camera on our time lapse, and a chance that we will see kind of the same picture as we head into this afternoon. We're tracking smoke coming up.
And still to come on Good Morning Northwest, a new tax break is now law, but comes with a catch. When tip and overtime workers will actually see the benefits of that when we come back.
Plus, the oldest women's motorcycle organization in North America rides into Spokane. Why these motormaids say sisterhood drives their passion. And before we go to a break, we will see you right after this break.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
Your garage door is more than just an entry point. It's also an escape route. That is why our highly trained technicians handle every job with unmatched professionalism. From broken springs to noisy rollers, we'll get your door running smoothly, securely, and fast. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and friendly.
Why say no when it feels so good to say yes? Want to sleep in an extra hour?
Yes.
French toast and homemade syrup?
Yes.
Hey, want to play 9?
Yes.
How about a credit union with low loan rates, no hidden fees, online banking, and friendly member services?
Yes.
Experience how good yes can feel.
So according to Mr. Washington, we deserve a little room upgrade.
Oh, that won't be necessary.
Okay. How about a second opinion from the other Mr. Washington?
Are you a Camus Rewards member?
Yeah. Why?
It's the only local players card that gives you the lowest possible rates on rooms and room upgrades, not to mention food and drinks throughout the property.
So I'm taking these back, right?
Membership matters with Camus Rewards, only at Northern Quest.
Bobby Combs RV Center in Hayden has Forest River manufacturer-approved discounts of over 35% off MSRP now through July 31st. Save thousands of dollars on models like the Avenger 16RD, normally $28,948, now only $19,990. Or this Avenger, now only $23,990 with approved discount. Or this Salem, with the manufacturer's approved discount, it's only $79,990. Bobby Combs RV Center. Great selection, low prices, and friendly service. The All Wheels Swap Meet is this weekend. Find new parts along with used vintage parts for project cars and trucks. Find motorcycles, bicycles, memorabilia, and vintage toys too. Over 350 vendors, all at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center this Saturday and Sunday.
I hope for people that choose to watch my forecast on Good Morning Northwest is as you're making your plans for the day, you know what's coming up for your day and how to plan it, and that you have a little bit of fun on the way.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:39. President Trump signed his spending and tax bill into law on July 4th, and part of this bill includes no more taxes on tips and overtime. However, tax experts say you won't immediately see the effects on your next paycheck. Employers will still withhold federal taxes from tips and overtime through the end of 2025. So next tax season, eligible workers will either see a big refund or a reduced tax payment.
Documentation becomes even more important. Otherwise, the deduction won't apply because it could be challenged by IRS and disallowed.
Income limits will still apply, and the tax break is only temporary, lasting through the end of 2028.
Takeaways today in your forecast. Smoky conditions to start our day. We will see more haze throughout the weekend. As temperatures get even hotter, that'll likely keep local fires active.
Hundreds of women who are part of the oldest women's motorcycle organization in North America took to the streets of Spokane for a parade. For the first time, the Motor Maids held their annual convention in Spokane this week. During the convention, they held a ribbon-cutting celebration, a timed road race, and wrapped things up with a parade downtown. Lee Knight told us why she is a Motor Maid.
It's just having a sisterhood. It's fun having like-minded women that are doing these things because motorcycling is not traditionally a women's sport or lifestyle.
To learn more about the organization, just look for this story. It's on KXLY.com.
2 young falcons beat the odds and are being called miracle birds. Look how cute and fluffy they are. Well, back in April, 4 of these falcon eggs were found scattered on the bank building in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Rescuers didn't think they'd be viable, so even the Iowa Raptor Project built a nesting box and placed it on top of the building and then moved eggs into it. To their surprise, 2 of those eggs hatched, and now they're about 6 weeks old and have been seen flying and perching all around the bank building. Rescuers plan to continue monitoring these young falcons as they continue to grow. Oh, I wish they could stay like little fluff balls forever.
They were so cute.
So cute.
It's now 6:41.
Well, get your cowboy boots and hats ready. The Cheney Rodeo is coming up this weekend. We have Hannah Joy live this morning with a preview.
She's only 9, but she's already stealing the show at the Cheney Rodeo. What you can know about this trick rider coming up next.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's a good day for a drive. Great day for a deal.
Perfection Tire carries a full line of Cooper tires with advanced safety features, warranties, and competitive pricing.
Save even more with Cooper Tire rebates going on now. Nobody beats perfection.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get up high quality like bread baked in store and down low prices everywhere you turn. Up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices on over 1,000 items. With quality and savings that keep adding up, hand it to Fred Meyer shoppers. You never compromise. Fred Meyer. Fresh for everyone.
How are people 60 and older spending their free time?
Playing games.
Building bones.
Getting messy.
For 25 years, you've made Triple Play more than just a place to play. You've turned it into a place where memories are made. We want to thank our amazing guests and community. From birthday parties to company outings and spontaneous weekend adventures, your memories are what make Triple Play special. Here's to 25 years of fun and many more to come. Thank you for being part of our story.
Global credit unions
serves the men and women of our armed forces stationed around the world. We're proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Friday.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now and Global Credit Union are inviting you to wear red on Fridays too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces.
Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future. Stop by any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red every Friday from now until September 11th.
At Perfection Tire, we believe in more than just great tires.
We offer free services with every tire purchase, extending the quality and life of your vehicle.
Trust Perfection Tire for our lowest prices and easy credit. Nobody beats perfection.
4 News Now is brought to you by Satay Bistro.
It is now 6:44. The Cheney Rodeo kicks off today, and we are getting a behind-the-scenes look this morning.
The riders and rodeo crew are gearing up for a big weekend, and that includes some very impressive rodeo riders, both big and small. Yeah. We're going to check in with Hannah Joy, who's live at the arena this morning with a first look of what goes into making this all happen. And Hannah, you have a very special guest, we're told.
Good morning, Natalie. Good morning, Robin. We got boots, hats, and some major talent that's going to be popping off at the rodeo tonight. And so I'm with a special guest. And guess what, guys? She's only 9 years old, and she is a trick rider. So what's your name?
Laramie.
And so how long have you been riding?
Since I was a baby.
And so are you having fun?
Yes.
So what are some things we can expect tonight from you? I know you got some tricks and some special things you want to show us. What can we expect from you?
I'm going to be carrying the flag at the Cheney Rodeo.
So that's going to be pretty darn special. So can you show us just a few tricks? Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. All right, guys, check this out. Oh, whoa. Oh my goodness. And so what else are you going to be showing us? You're also going to be holding the flag. What is that going to look like? What are you going to be doing with that?
I'm going to be in the hippodrome with the flag.
Wow. So that's going to be pretty special. Is this your first time doing that?
I did it last year.
Wow. So this has been going on for quite a long time for you, right?
Yes.
Wow, so if you and your family want to come out to the Cheney Rodeo, it's happening today, tonight at 5:30. Doors open at 5:30, and it's until Sunday, excuse me. And so it is going to be family fun, barrel racing, horses, bull riding, you name it, they've got it. Reporting in Cheney, Hannah Joy, 4 News Now.
Oh, Laramie.
Oh, look for her. Yeah, she's a main attraction.
Yeah, I also need to ask her where she got those sparkly pants.
Very cool.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
going to be toasty out there this weekend.
It is going to be a little toasty, so you know the old pre-hydration, especially if you're headed to the rodeo on Sunday, where things are going to be pretty hot as we get into the back end of the weekend. Let's talk about right now, though, as we got that smoky smell in the air. Air quality index up to moderate across the greater Spokane area. Good as you get onto the outskirts of town or towards the Coeur d'Alene area this morning, as we've seen just a narrow window of smoke or a narrow lane of smoke coming down 395 from that fire that's up north of Kettle Falls. Now, as we get into the afternoon, we're going to be looking a little bit closer to home, that Western Pines fire that's north of Davenport. As that gets going again in the afternoon, it's going to start sending smoke in the Spokane direction as we get into the time of day where we start to see those winds shift a little bit to out of the west. Now, a lot of that smoke will be elevated above where we're breathing, but certainly some of that could drift down just depending on very localized conditions. Same goes for folks around Northport and Medellin Falls with the Hope Fire as it gets going again this afternoon. So as we head into the evening, we'll be looking around Spokane County, Cheney, Spokane, north of Deer Park for a little bit of smokiness as we head towards kind of that 8-9 o'clock time frame. So for today and tomorrow, we're going to waffle back and forth between good and moderate air quality. We may see some dips in air quality closer to some of the fire lines here, but overall, we are just kind of in this mode here now with some big fires that ignited this week, where we're going to be seeing smoke and haze every day in some place or another, drifting in and out. Here's what we have for temperatures. It is going to be warmer today, so our cool day is done. We'll see middle and upper 80s around the region. And we're going to see even hotter weather this weekend. We're going to be well up into the 90s as high pressure takes over. But watch what happens as we head into Monday and Tuesday. We start to see a system dropping down out of BC. Now, for some of us, this will give us a chance of rain, mainly in our northern counties here north of Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Everybody else, however, is unlikely to see much, if any, rain, and that's going to cause a problem because this looks like it is going to bring in some pretty gusty winds. So we're going to have fire danger. We're going to have storm chances, a complex forecast coming up for the early to middle portion of next week. So yeah, just keep an eye on this Tuesday forecast. Could be a fairly impactful day. Going to be impactful on Sunday as well, where we see those upper 80s and low to mid or upper 90s and low 100s in the Columbia Basin. It's going to be hot, so just everybody stay cool. Really kind of in the dog days of summer here already.
Yeah. Already.
Warm out there. Thanks, Matt.
It's now just about 10 minutes before the hour.
Get your morning sprint coming up next. Thanks for starting your day with us here on Good Morning Northwest. Happy Friday.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now weather is brought to you by Coeur d'Alene Casino Resort Hotel.
Rain or shine, day or night, good weather always reigns at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. No matter the weather, winning is better. Your 7-day forecast calls for fun at the Coeur d'Alene Casino.
Coeur d'Alene Casino, winning is just the beginning.
If your bath has seen a lot of life, nobody gives it new life like Bath Fitter. Whatever shape your bath is in, Bath Fitter will transform it with an amazing number of styles and watertight walls that are grout-free and easy to clean. With 40 years of experience, Bath Fitter knows what people want. An affordable remodel that isn't just beautiful, it's guaranteed for life. When it's time to give your bath new life, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
This is important information from AARP and BECU. You're invited to a free event July 30th at the Southside Senior Activity Center. This is an emergency preparedness workshop designed to help older adults and family caregivers in Spokane County take practical steps in the event of an emergency. Come together with others and walk away with the confidence to face emergencies big or small. Connect with your neighbors, local experts, and support organizations and work together to build a safer, more resilient Spokane. Find out more and register at this website.
If you're looking for an everyday truck like the Tacoma,
or something a bit bigger, like the Tundra, Colville Toyota has the truck to meet your needs.
both the Tundra and Tacoma are built to last and provide unbeatable performance in their class.
Loaded with the latest tech, with adaptive cruise control and forward collision warning, these trucks are designed to get you safely to your destination.
Come test drive a Tacoma and Tundra today at Colville Toyota, your small town dealership with a big heart.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning, and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports, and your day becomes better, and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and, you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
When this happened to me, I called All-Star Auto Glass. All-Star's money stays in the Northwest. SafeLight sends money to shareholders in Europe. All-Star supports the local economy. If this happens to you, call All-Star Auto Glass.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
It is now 6:53. Time to get you ready to take on your Friday and the weekend with the Morning Sprint.
I'll be smelling some smoke in the air while meteorologist Matt Gray is letting us know where it's coming from and how long it'll stick around.
And it's a wild weekend in Cheney. Hannah Joy is live with a preview of all the fun at the Cheney Rodeo.
But first, we begin with preparations for another emotional day in Coeur d'Alene as the community will celebrate the life of another fallen firefighter. Battalion Chiefs John Morrison and Frank Harwood were killed during the attack, and Coeur d'Alene fire engineer Dave Tisdall was critically injured.
Yesterday's procession honored Morrison. today's will honor Harwood. The community came out yesterday to show support during that procession that left the English Funeral Home and traveled to where the memorial ceremony was being held. Today's procession route, which is here on your screen, will follow the same path Morrison's took yesterday.
Now, Harwood was a battalion chief with Kootenai Fire and Rescue, described as a man who was calm during chaos and loved serving others. He was a decorated veteran serving in the Army National Guard. He was also a beloved husband and father to 2 young daughters. We'll be streaming that procession on our website, KXLY.com. You can also watch it on our streaming app, KXLY Plus. It'll start between 10 and 10:30-ish.
If you'd like to support the families of these fallen firefighters, there are ways to help. Donations, you can make them at First Interstate Bank, and the Red and Blue Foundation's also accepting donations. You can find a full list of credible ways to donate on KXLY.com.
Smoky smell in the air here around the Spokane area, especially as we get our morning started. We are seeing a little bit of a dip in air quality down to moderate. A lot of that coming from those fires up in Stevens County. As we get into the afternoon, the smoke will lift somewhat, but then the potential as we head into the evening for more hazy skies as fires get going again and begin to blow smoke back towards Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. We'll be warmer today, temperatures in the upper 80s. We'll be even hotter this weekend, upper 90s by the time we get to Tuesday.
It's been a week now since the devastating floods began in Texas. Rescue and recovery crews are still searching for more than 160 missing people. Today, President Trump will be visiting that region to meet with first responders and the families of victims. You can see the very latest on the search for the missing. It's coming up next on Good Morning America at 7.
Another shot in the tariff fight between the U.S. and Canada. President Trump sending a letter to Canada announcing he is pushing tariffs on many Canadian imports up to 35%. In the letter, the president accuses Canada of failing to stop the flow of fentanyl over the border, as well as what he calls Canada's trade barriers. The tariffs set to hit August 1st.
A judge determined the man arrested for 6 arsons in Spokane should be held on bond. Chad Horn made his first court appearance yesterday. He's accused of starting several fires early Tuesday morning, including a house fire on 3rd Avenue and Spokane Street. Police asked for the public's help finding Horn and say they used officers on bikes and even flew drones to locate Horn in Liberty Lake Wednesday night.
With, the current weather conditions and as dangerous as it is and the fires we've had over the past couple of days, I mean, clearly it was a public safety concern at that point. So they devoted a large amount of resource.
Horn is being held on a $500,000 bond because the judge is worried about his mental capacity and the danger he could pose if he's released from jail, as he has a history of starting these fires.
We are tracking a fire burning near Davenport known as the Western Pines Fire. As of our last update, the fire is burning roughly 4,100 acres or about 6.5 square miles. Level 3 evacuation orders, meaning go now, are in effect for Green Canyon, Mill Canyon, Harker Canyon, Far Road, and Angel Springs Road. Level 2 evacuation orders are in place for the surrounding areas. The Red Cross opened an evacuation shelter for displaced people. And if you're going there, you should bring some personal items, including medications.
I am live at the Cheney Rodeo for a sneak peek. I have already seen horses and bulls, and you name it, they've already got it. And so I'm here with Al, who is the rodeo announcer. Al, what can we expect tonight?
Tonight is going to be great. Tonight is Tough Enough to Wear Pink night, and that's where everything kicks off. 57 years of the Cheney Rodeo. Tomorrow is Patriot Night. That is going to be where things really get aggressive. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then Sunday, that's Family Day, where every age group gets to come here. So much to take in, but make sure to get here early because things kick off at 7 o'clock, but the lineup needs to start at 5.
And we can get all those details at KXLY.com.
Throughout the month of July, the Spokane Public Library is holding a Get Active series for people of all ages. These fitness classes are free and offered Wednesdays through Sundays. Some of those options include chair yoga, jazz and hip hop classes, dance and cheer for teens, and authentic Indian yoga. For a full list of classes and times, head to KXLY.com.
And we will be back with the final check of weather with meteorologist Matt Gray right after this.
Find amazing deals store-wide during the anniversary sale at Furniture Row. Shop today because the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and get 48 months no interest financing. The anniversary sale on now at Furniture Row.
Keystone RV is fighting for your business by giving Bobby Combs RV in Coeur d'Alene approved discounts on all Hideout and Passport models in stock. Save thousands of dollars on several great floor plans like this Hideout or this Passport model. After approved Keystone discount, only $33,990. Best deal of all, this Passport model was $45,662, now only $27,990. Deals end July 31st, so don't wait. Bobby Combs RV Center in Coeur d'Alene. Great selection, low prices, and friendly service.
The All-Wheels Swap Meet is this weekend. Find new parts along with used vintage parts for project cars and trucks. Find motorcycles, bicycles, memorabilia, and vintage toys too. Over 350 vendors, all at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center this Saturday and Sunday.
It's the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress. And that means 30% off all Doctor's Choice Original and Hybrid. Or save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Score 48 months no interest plus free shipping. But hurry, the 30th anniversary sale at Denver Mattress ends soon.
A little bit of smoke in the air here as we get our Friday started in Spokane. It is a little smelly out there, and we're going to see hazy skies off and on throughout the day. Temperatures in the upper 80s. We're getting hot this weekend. More haze and temperatures in the 90s. Those hot temperatures will keep local and regional fires active. We are going to see a cool down, but it will likely come with gusty winds and perhaps even more fire danger, along with at least a chance for a couple of storms with some rain for early next week. We'll keep you updated.
Well, thanks so much for kicking off your Friday with us here on Good Morning Northwest.
Yeah, we've loved having you along. We'll see you throughout the morning on Good Morning America. It starts now.